Okay, move forward. Let's move forward. I want you to send me the answers to the first true, false, non-given questions. Mhm. The first true, false, non-given. You have six of them. So the first three, sorry, the first three. Hmm. Mm-hmm. So it should be false, false, true. Mm-hmm. False, false, true. Inna, can you please read the question first?
Okay. In the example of suggestopedic treating in the first paragraph, the only variable that changes is the music.
Okay.
It's false because not only the music, but also the tempo of the teacher was changing.
Mm-hmm. So in the first section, in the first session, the teacher reads the text how?
Slowly, as far as I remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
slowly.
slowly and solemnly.
Yeah, with attention to the dynamics of the music. While in the second session,
Normal speaking voice.
yeah, read the text in normal speaking voice. What else? What else? Because actually it's not just the way the teacher delivers the text. There were more differences.
Music is classical and then music is baroque style.
Yeah, but
Like
it's here.
voice.
It's mentioned, right, in the question. The only variable that changes is the music. We have it here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like voice changes.
Yeah, voice. Yeah, we covered that. What else?
Okay, silence. Several minutes of silence were between these two sessions. This is followed by
Mm-hmm.
several minutes of silence. It's also the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Silence, but we don't have any information about whether, for example, whether the second session is also followed by silence or no silence, right? Or noise. So it's kind of no.
Like books closed.
Yeah, the students follow the text in their books, but in the second session, they have their books closed, right? Okay, okay, thank you. So it's not the only variable that changes, right? Not the only one. Thank you, that's false. Ina, let's move forward.
Prior to the Suggestopedia class, students are made aware that the language experience will be demanding.
Mm-hmm.
They were not aware of this at all.
Actually, they were, but not that it is demanding. Something else was mentioned.
So they were easy. So the learning will be easy and pleasant.
Yes, they develop the expectation that learning will be easy and pleasant. Easy and pleasant is the opposite of
Demanding.
demanding. What about prior to? How was it paraphrased? It's just the PDF class. Prior to.
Bef- beforehand.
Beforehand, of course, beforehand. That's it. So not demanding, but easy, the opposite of the word demanding. Okay, any questions? Okay, moving forward. Okay, Ina, question?
Okay. In the follow-up class, the teaching activities are similar to those used in conventional classes.
Mm-hmm.
Some hours after two-part session.
Mm-hmm.
There is a follow-up class at which students are stimulated to recall the material presented.
Mm-hmm.
So they try and focus their attention.
So what do they do? What kind of activities do they use? Teachers use?
Assistant recall, вот это вот то, что они пытались
Yeah.
вспомнить. Это
But through what?
such a
Using what?
specific method.
Huh?
Such a specific. What is distinct in the suggestive method is that they are devoted entirely to assisting recall.
Okay, but how do they do that? How do they assist recall? How do they make students recall this information?
Um,
Using what? Doing what? What do teachers do in the class? In class?
Focus on using the language to communicate through games and improvisation dramatizations.
Okay, so they focus on using the language to communicate, for example, through games and improvised dramatizations. And
This unusual.
such methods are not unusual in language teaching, right?
Yes, because they have the тут similar are not unusual. Are not
Are
unusual.
not unusual. So these are usual, right? Something that can be found in language teaching. So these activities, teaching activities, which are games and improvised dramatizations, they're similar to those used in conventional classes. They are not they are usual in language teaching. Got it?
Yes, тут are not unusual, да, antonyms.
Yeah, not unusual just means usual.
Yes.
Okay, any questions here?
А то, что там вот ниже написано, another difference from conventional teaching.
But so yeah, take a look. Your question is about the teaching activities. So activities that teachers use, right? And we need to find some sort of activities. And here we have them like examples, right? Games and improvised dramatizations. And these methods are usual in language teaching.
Okay, I see.
Mm. Okay. Moving forward. The next three. Not given, true. Yeah. Not given, true. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Not given, true. Galia, can you please read the first one?
As an indirect benefit, students notice improvements in their memory. So it's not given, so we don't have information, but we know just that the students not focus their attention on trying to remember the vocabulary, but focus on using the language to communicate. So that's all. We don't have this information.
Yeah, notice improvements in the memory. Nothing.
So they are devoted entirely to assisting recall, but like no information about improvements in their memory.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay. What about the next one?
Teacher says they prefer suggestipedia to traditional approaches to language teaching. So it's not given as well. We have information that the teacher's task is to assist the students to apply what they have learned. I don't know how to pronounce this word.
Oh,
Paran,
can you please repeat?
like the teachers
Subconsciously. Yeah, subconsciously.
subconsciously,
Right.
subconsciously, and in doing so to make it easy accessible to consciousness.
Right. Yeah, but there is something about preferences, right? What they prefer more, what they prefer less, and that kind of and stuff, right? Yeah, completely missing. Just like the previous one about indirect benefits. Nothing about this. Okay. And 36.
Students in a Suggestopedia class retain more new vocabulary than those in ordinary classes, is the last sentence in this paragraph. Another difference from conventional teaching is the evidence that students can regularly learn 1,000 new words of a foreign language during a Suggestopedia session, as well as grammar and
Idiom, right?
idiom.
All right. Okay. But take a look. Yeah, we have here, in our question, we have more than, right? So we have a comparison. But so we have like more new vocabulary. Sure, we have information about Suggestopedia, right? That 1,000 new words or foreign language, grammar, idioms, but we have no number regarding like conventional teaching. So what helped you to catch this comparison?
I'll try to find, but actually I decided just with these sentences.
Because comparison means that you have, you have at least kind of at least something to compare, right? And
So yeah, because of that, I was hesitated between true and not given.
me
Mm,
too, but there is something that can help.
like it should be in the same paragraph.
It's actually in this particular sentence that you have read.
Oh, retain more than ordinary classes.
There is such a phrase that can help us to understand that this number is compared to the number found in ordinary classes.
Like another difference from conventional teaching.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah. So even though we don't have explicitly stated information like how many words and grammatical structures in idioms, like students in conventional and ordinary classes learn, we kind of understand that the number is different, right? That it feels like the number is higher. I'm talking about the number of new words and grammar and idiom learned in Suggestopedia session. It feels like the number is higher than the number in conventional teaching, right? То есть давайте еще раз это обсудим. Здесь, конечно, тоже был такой tricky момент, да, потому что more than подразумевается, что будет какой-то comparison. Как такового у нас с вами comparison здесь нету. Да, у нас есть 1,000 new words of foreign language, да, in a Suggestopedia session and grammar and idioms, but we don't have like less than, this number. But what we have here is that, they're compared. Another difference, right, from conventional teaching is, so they're different, and the text kind of nudges us in the direction that this number is, this number in traditional, in ordinary, and in conventional teaching classes is lower. Okay. Okay, so let's wrap it up with the summary completion exercise. Yeah, all of the 4 options